What's up, everybody? My name's Jose Chamu. I'm a rapper from Long Beach, California, and today I'm gonna actually be doing something different for the channel. I'm gonna be reacting to a hip hop album, to Nas Magic 2, so the sequel to Magic. If you're here because of Iron Maiden reactions, which you probably are, then please don't be scared away or anything. You don't even have to watch this video. I'm just doing this just because I want to, just because Nas is one of my favorite rappers, and I want to listen to this album, but I also wanted to react to it because if you've seen in my channel bio, like, this channel is like made for all sorts of music. It's not just gonna be heavy metal or Iron Maiden. Like, I always intended to react to different songs and different albums and different genres, and so Nas dropped, and man, I want to get into this because I love Nas. So yeah, so if you're just here for the heavy metal reactions, then you can just go ahead and ignore this video, or maybe if you're into hip hop as well and heavy metal, then go ahead and enjoy it. And if you're a real nigga, you would drop a like, comment, and just leave the video. Like, fuck it, just leave some engagement, even if you don't fuck with with rap. Fuck it. Nah, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting because, like, when I do the Iron Maiden reactions, I'm going in completely blind, as in, like, I don't know the genre, I don't know the artist names, I don't really, like, I can't, like, describe the chord progressions and all that shit. Whereas, like, in hip-hop, I'm a rapper, so, like, I'm almost, like, viewing it almost like competition. Not exactly, because, like, I'm a nobody, and obviously Nas is world known and he's a legend, but I feel like it's a different type of input because, like, it's from an insider perspective, if that makes any sense. But with that being said, I don't really know how the reaction is gonna go. It's my first time reacting to hip-hop. Let's just get into it. Alright, just a little bit before we start the album, I'm just looking at the track list. It's 11 songs. I don't know how long the album is in terms of length. I would imagine it's like 40 minutes. Alright, let's get into it. Intro.
I am the Archbishop Don Matthew, chairman of the board of famous players everywhere. They talking about me, that's why I'm hip-hop. When they talk about the cars,
I'm gonna just let it go to the second track.
When they talk about the clothes, look at me. When they talk about the bling-bling jewelry, I brought this to town. I'm the official, the original Don Dada. I make it official like a referee with a whistle. Without me, there would be none. I brought it to town when these guys was little baby. I was the #1 Mac in the country, so that's why I'm hip-hop, because everything they rap about, I am about that.
I want to hear the music. A little something. I feel a lot of hate since I've been creating a hit. I'm feeling a lot of hate since I've been creating a hit. I gotta say what it is. It is. It's coming in.
This shit sounds a little different.
Hey. They gonna try me, they on my body, no Illuminati. No way to describe me, no other word other than godly. I run it back to back to back to back, ain't no one beside me. I'm doing them grimy, yeah. I don't know what got inside me, yeah. Do-rag energy, I'm on a wave, you niggas cap. Give you the shakes like faces of death tapes when that lady got hit on the track. I'm seeing black, so I got a black, the magic is black, magic is black. What generation don't listen to Nas, don't listen to rap. Spit on my platinum plaques. They probably spit on my grave for real. I split them like Puff and Mace for real, cause I got a budget to waste for real. Hit boy on the drum and the bass. Nobody jump on the stage. R.I.P. trouble, but niggas is acting like they want some trouble today. Let's go. I'ma say what it is, I'm the one taking the risk. Y'all creating the hate, but I be creating with hit. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Can't put a grade on my shit. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all list. I put some pain into this. I put my veins, blood, bone, soul. I put my brain into this. Y'all moving brainless. Anything to be famous. I'm a magician. You should listen, it's never the same tricks. 2020 when we did the first one. 5-hour run, not a cursed one, it's a blessed one. By the time y'all hear this, we be halfway through the next one. Bless up. All the rappers we lost, I'm hoping they rest up. Back to my roots like Questlove. Still avoiding the extras. What will they say today? I came from carrying crates to touring through various states. I'm doing what's never been done to this day. Even the great could be on the plate. Nobody's safe. Abracadabra, so I'm on half and then reattach them. I'm doing magic. Can you escape? I gotta say what it is. I've been the one taking the risk. Y'all creating the hate, but I be creating with hit. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Can't put a grade on my shit. They gonna try me, they on my body, no Illuminati. Killing them easy, God, I'm doing this thing as a hobby. I'm running it back to back to back to back, ain't no one beside me. I'm doing them grimy, yeah. I don't know what got inside me, yeah. Yo, here. Can you believe this?
I'm not a big fan of the beat.
Juju, abracadabra, niggas.
And you know what I'm talking about, man. It's fighting people. You know we've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day.
To this day.
To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Alright. That was Abracadabra track 2 off Magic. It definitely wasn't as tight as Speechless, the intro to the first Magic tape. That shit was different. The beat was a little weak on this one, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was cool, but it was like whatever. It was like a whatever beat. It kind of, I will say though, the beat kind of sounded like the title. It sounded like some Abracadabra shit. And if we're talking in terms of intro and like correlating it to the theme of magic and like he's creating magic, you know, like damn, like I'm creating magic because I've been in the game for 20 plus years. I'm a OG, you know, I'm your rapper's favorite rapper. It's like, it's magic the way I'm dropping 5 albums in a row that are all bangers, you know? And so like keeping in the theme with that, then this intro is pretty fucking good. On a solo listen, I don't think I'm gonna be listening to this particular song a lot, but like I said, in terms of that, it's a good intro because he's talking about, you know, no way to describe me other than godly. I run it back to back, you know, I'm black, the magic is black, you know, black magic, you know, people, you know, what else? Yeah, it's like you're doing juju, abracadabra on niggas. So there's a lot of like, you know, damn, we're making magic. And, you know, it's just you know, Nas is just affirming who he is. Like, I'm that nigga type song, you know, that's what this is. Like, I am him type energy, you know, do-rag energy. I want to wave, you niggas cap, you know, cap, wave, you know, do-rag. You know, this shit was tight. Like, what generation don't listen to Nas? They don't listen to rap. That's tight. Like, you know, if you don't listen to me, you don't listen to rap. Spit on platinum plaques. They probably spit on my grave for real. I split them like Puff and Mace. Like, y'all gotta listen to the Oracle part 2. We ain't buddies, we ain't show, we ain't shit. Hitboy on the drum and bass. Really everything. Like, I mean, I don't know who else. Like, if there was co-producers, but I mean, he's on the drum, bass, sample, all that shit, technically, when it comes to, like, hip-hop. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about. He mentions magic. I'm a magician. You should listen. It's never the same tricks. That's tight. Like, you know, he's saying, you know, I'm doing magic, but it's not a trick. That's tight. And then if we're going kind of sort of like when he said this, you know, the magic is black, you know, there's a 5-album run, but it's not a cursed one. It's a blessed one. So it's like saying, like, this is black magic, not black magic, you know what I mean? Like, this is magic from a black man, not black magic as in sorcery type shit, like dark arts, you know what I mean? This bar, the back to my roots, like Questlove, that's kind of like been done to death, so it's like whatever. That's tight. Like, even the great can be a play, nobody's safe. Abracadabra, saw him and have to retouch him. I'm doing magic, can you escape? Like, that's tight. Like, the way how he's just saying, like, man, I do what I want to these niggas type shit. Like, but if we're talking about producing, because he says, what will they say today? I came from carrying crates. You know, he's crate digging. That means he had crates full of records so that he could sample, right? So he's carrying the crates, and maybe like he saws them in half and reattach them doing magic, meaning like he's chopping it up, the sample, you know what I mean? This was cool. I'm like I said, I don't see myself bumping it like that, but it's cool. It feels like the word abracadabra, like almost like abracadabra. Here's like, let's set the scene. All right, we're moving on to track 3, Office Hours, featuring 50 Cent. I like 50.
Yeah.
50's tight, man.
Yeah,
It's 50, aka
no
Ferrari.
reason to stop. This shit just flowing like water. Let it flow. Bruce Lee said, be like I ain't water. Even thinking. Like water. It just goes.
The way he said it, like what?
Hip hop's back. Esco, they know over 808s, I'm fatal over samples. I go yayo, crack music like the Yates on plugged in. Jumper cables, trap bumping like prenatal 70s. I play with Play-Doh. All I see a bunch of Fredos. Godfather, they on payroll, they on go. When I say so, not to kill. Not a halo, they gon' build. Plant tomatoes in the field. Not a Jado, white truck negotiator on the phone. Talking paper, offers hours all day.
The rhyme scheme is
I'm
crazy.
from the hood that started the year. Go and check and do your research. I started the surge. That big necklace shit. After the 80s, after Rakim, I resurrected it.
Facts.
Chest is lit, freezing, I'm
Small
polar
chain.
vortex in it. Now they quiz me, am I gonna step from the business? A lot of feelings in this game like I just left the dentist. Without a number needle, I feed the people cause I love the people. 2 series at once, yeah, let's run the sequel. If I really gotta dumb it down for some of y'all, that's that Magic and KD at the same time. This ain't a Dumb and Dumber sequel. Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey's my mans. But here's the plan.
That's like
Multitasker. I don't need an OG pass. See, my trajectory is everlasting. Like Curtis Jackson. Hit 105 and did a crazy tirade. I'm surprised that I acted that way. A baby Mac 10 on my yak shit. Carhartt in the cold. Don't get confused or used or let them bother your soul. Rap what I live. I sleep good. I have no vendettas. We the reason you spelling Y with capital letters. Listen. And for those who want my position, you gotta step inside the time machine, come back with a vengeance. You should go study my analytics. I shout at people on verses that ain't deserving. When it's turf shit, I stand on business. Shout to the ones to whom I gave passes. Could have been a lot of graves full of caskets. Damn, I'm a good guy. For that, I think I'm blessed more. All these Fredos could have been added to the death score.
Fuck Fredo.
Every second line dancing on St. Charles Street. New Orleans band was jamming, playing a raw beat. They
A
gon'
raw
miss him
beat.
sad. They say they stopped his heartbeat. Like his arteries clogged for feasting on some hard meat.
Innocent victim, stick 'em, get 'em, book 'em, good you got 'em, glad you took 'em, lacking wasn't looking, headshot, drill shit up the pole, peel shit 40 Glock, kill switch run, bitch you still hit, rat back 'em, jump 'em, gun butt 'em, lump 'em, he fight back and slump 'em, this shit ain't about nothing, you saw it but you ain't seen shit, this is queen shit, no ifs, ands, or buts in between shit. It's 50,
That
nigga.
nigga 50 was thugging. That verse was a little short. He just came in for like a cool little 8 bars.
Niggas tweaking and gigging. Huh? Southside, nigga.
Southside, nigga. Oh, I'm a QB
Yeah.
soldier, nigga. Oh. They get Richard that try.
So what we gonna do? Where Jungle at? What we gonna do?
I hear him in the back.
We standing here, we going out. Shit, we should go out. We rich as a motherfucker.
Esco, they know over 808s, I'm fatal over samples. I go yayo, crack music like the Yates on plugged in. Jumper cables, trap bumping like prenatal 70s. I play with Play-Doh. All I see a bunch of Fredos. All I see a bunch of Fredos.
Man, fuck Fredo.
All I see a bunch of Fredos. All I see is a bunch of Fredos. Hey, yo, Fizz, I might put my next album out on G-Unit. You let them slap you around out here?
G-Unit.
Around here, it's bad for the family. They put a hand on you, you put 2 on them. On them. Fucking Fredos. One thing I hate is a fucking Fredo. It's bad for the family.
That was Office Hours, track number 2 featuring 50. That shit, man, lyrically, that shit was tight, especially like, man, Nas, it's crazy how he's still coming with different flows at his age and his maturity in the game. Like, the way he was flowing in the first half of his verse with the chorus, like, Esco, they know 808s of a fatal over, go, yeah, yo, crap music, like, yay song. Like, the way he rhymed yayo with yay song, instead of saying yay song, he said yay song. Kind of like, you know, he kind of like moved a little bit. Jumping cables, you know, yayo, cables, yay song, 80, fado, they know, prenatal, Play-Doh, Fredo, payroll, they own, when I say so. Like, bro, Halo, this fool was going in with tomato, like, 8. Damn, the way he was going in for the first half, and then, like, again, like, he just be on his, like, you know, Nas right now at this point in his career, he's like on his victory lap shit, like just talking his shit, like, you know, I am him, like, shoot, like after the 80s Rakim, I resurrected, big necklace shit, like, hell yeah, nigga, especially because, like, you know, like, if you're talking about lineage of hip hop, then really it's like Rakim, and then who's the next nigga is Nas. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like in terms of artists, but like I'm saying like who's the next Rakim? It was Nas, and then who's the next Nas? You know what I mean? Chest is lit freezing, I'm polar vortexing. You know, that nigga, that shit chilly. It's chilly out here. A lot of feelings in the game, just like Dennis. That's hard, you know. Dentist feelings, as in like maybe there's a lot of feelings. Like nigga, you a feeling. You ain't supposed to be here. I mean, you a mistake. Or it could be like a lot of feelings, as in like if you think about the theme of Fredo, the song, you know, like Godfather Fredo. Fredo, you know, that fool acted on emotion. You know, like I'm smart. I'm not dumb. I want to be one of them. You know, like. I got stepped over, like, nigga, you ain't your feelings. Stop being a bitch, you know? So it could also connect in that way. You know, without a numbing needle, you know, back to the dentist sign. I feed the people because I love the people. 2 series that run, so yeah, let's run the sequel. You know, you could kind of see, like, maybe this his version of Godfather 2 if we're comparing it to Magic 1 being Godfather 1 type shit, you know? And this, I didn't catch it at first because I don't really know basketball like that. And it's kind of weird because, like, I'm in hip hop and I don't give a fuck about basketball. And it's like, so it's kind of hard for me at times. But like, that shit was clever as hell. How this is just a spoken bridge, and he really, like, on a bridge, he fucking said this, that, Magic and KD at the same time. Like, what the hell? I didn't catch it at first because Magic and KD, those are his albums. Magic, the 2 albums he made with Hitboy, and then the 3 albums he made with Hitboy, KD, King's Disease. So Magic and KD, King's Disease and Magic, but also Magic, the basketball player, and KD, what's his name, Kevin Durant? Like, bro. And then he said No Dumb and Dumber, Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey's my man's, like he knows. Like, what the hell? And then I think he's talking about his beef with 50, right? When he said hit 105 and did a crazy tirade. I'm surprised that I acted that way. Yeah, he did. Cameron, Nori, Nelly, Jay. This nigga was on one. Stillmatic Nas, that nigga was on one. A baby Mac 10 on my yak shit. We the reason you spell NY with capital letters. It probably is, you know, like obviously New York, the niggas are very self-centered. But like, it's true, like, who really put like New York on the map like that? Like, they were always the mecca of hip-hop, but like, really it's Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, you know, like, especially like in that time, because like, you have Rakim and Cool G Rap and all like the golden age niggas, but then who took over the West Coast and shit? You know, we came through with, you know, Dre and Snoop and all that shit, Warren G and shit, and like, and then, you know, kind of Nas came back with Illmatic, you know, like when that fool dropped Illmatic, it was like, oh shit, like New York cooking some shit again, you know what I mean? But they never technically fell off because New York's the mecca, bro. They're always gonna be, you know, they're always gonna be on top. I wasn't feeling the beat like that, but the actual rhyme schemes were crazy. And then I like the outro. How he's like, all I see a bunch of Fredos. Like, man, they, you know, you can't let them slap you around here. It's bad for the family. Because, you know, that's what Michael tells him, like, you been smacking Fredo? You know, that's what tells him that shit. He tells Mo Green that shit. And he's like, he was banging 2 cocktail wages at the same time. Some shit like that. But it's true, like, it's crazy. I'm connecting with it a lot because besides The Godfather being my favorite movie ever, I write about Fredo too. Like, I've rapped about Fredos. Like, in my music, I call my brother Fredo. Because fuck that nigga. I have an older brother. I don't even call him by his name. I just call him Fredo. You know, like, in one of my songs, something like fuck Fredos. They know that they lanes, bro. Or some shit like that or whatever. So it's like, it's really connected with me because as a rapper, I've used the concept of Fredo, so it's tight to see him that. If anything, why you even call it Office Hours? You should have just called it Fredo. You should have just titled the song Fredo. This shit was tight though. Let's move on to track 4. Alright, we're moving on to track 4, Black Magic. So this one's probably the closest we'll get to a title track. It's you know, Magic just with black in front of it.
Magic voodoo power, casting spells up on the trees. Yes, I'm kinda crazy since you niggas thought the baby shit.
He sound like he's from the South, Lil Grim.
Spells up on the trees. Yes, I'm kinda crazy since you niggas thought the baby shit.
She having nightmares sleeping next to me, waking up unexpectedly. Maybe somebody hexing me, questioning. Blessings on me, protect me from weaponry. Hoping she gon' have the same success and she don't let them in. I meant to set the alarm, she dreamt of all the whips. High speed chase, turned the TV on, I saw that shit. Dream she saw me bleeding like a true blood was cornered in. And it's crazy that I really woke up and bought them whips. Tapped her on the shoulder, don't believe it. Superstitious thesis, cause I'm amongst the demons. Cross on me, first time I got tatted. These scars I was handed, I'm accessing the damage like the whole jacks of my pants and how I slide out. Super squeaky, always keep my sneakers clean. Back home, late night, iPhone on D&D. Shorty sleeping next to me and it's not even sexually. I think she might be scared, she hope nobody put a hex on me. Black magic undefeated.
Black magic undefeated, undefeated, undefeated.
Nasty bitch, bad as fuck, don't ever try to play with me. And I got that trade in me to give your ass the vacancy. Never got a wedding ring, the life that she engaged to. Change cars, nightlife, that's what she a slave to. Now it's time to feed her, eat it up like every day. Evil in the atmosphere, let's hit it with the sage. Black magic.
I'm not really feeling this song. Who's Lil Grim? I never heard of this nigga. It sounds like a sample.
Skyscrapers walking, yeah. No good deed goes unpunished. It's the bummiest, dumbest life, got bad luck in abundance. Look how happy these lanes be whenever lies get slung at the guy. Why they so angry like they wishing they could just run with anything when it come to now. The desperation it shows. Devil is inside of you. Black smoke, black magic on your back is riding you. If I was you, I would watch who I give my power to. I don't make no coward moves. My solutions, fuck ton of positive is what I'm producing. Thought patterns convoluted. Your witchcraft won't do nothing. My Jesus piece is too flooded. Rosemary's, rose Cubans, world addicted to black music. Black culture, that's black magic. It's way more than fat asses who chain bigger, who caught the fastest. New contracts, I autograph it. New haters, that's automatic. They ain't see this coming, they got hit with the new wave. Evil in the atmosphere, let's hit it with the sage. God in heaven, please protect the G's. Protect my ladies out there.
Fuck that shit.
And the children.
Oh, that was tight. It leads directly into the next track. Alright, so that was Black Magic, a pretty sparse track. Honestly, let's just read the about real quick. Black Magic sees Nas liken his romantic encounters and lifestyles to magic itself. Producer decorates the song with record scratches, pianos. The act of black magic is known as witchcraft, refers to the use of magic for evil purposes against others. I mean, soy hondureño, vos estamos haciendo pija de brujería, ya tú sabes. So I'm like well attuned to all this black magic voodoo shit. I know about brujería. That motherfucker, that should be, they be wildin', I'ma just say that. But nah, that was something else. In terms of this track, damn, like I don't know. I feel like it's not bad, but like it's not like I'm not gonna bump it like that. Like it's just cool. Maybe I'm gonna have to listen to it more, but like it's just alright. I don't know. Like black magic voodoo power cast a spell upon this shit. Like it was alright, but like in terms of Nas himself, I feel like Nas is carrying the shit out of this album so far, 4 tracks in, cause like he's coming in with different flows compared to like what he used to do and shit. Whereas like I don't know, like Hitboy is kind of like, I don't really like these beats. Like he had way better beats on the first Magic tape. The first Magic tape, banger after banger. This shit is more like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling the beats. I like how they built, how there's a lot of progression within them, but I'm not really feeling them like that. And I think that's what's killing the mood too. And like this song was pretty subdued compared to everything else. It was pretty chill. Like it was kind of quiet. But I don't know, like I said, Nas himself is tight. He doesn't really have bad lyrics and bad flows. It's just like, I don't know, like the whole tone and vibe of the song, I'm not feeling it. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just it's not for me personally. Like I like Nas when Nas like raps his ass off. I'm telling y'all, go to the first Magic tape and listen to that shit. It's a night and day difference, especially if you're listening to something like Speechless or Joe Black, like Fuck Around and Meet Joe Black. Like that shit's tight. Whereas this shit is just more like chill and like, I don't know, like it's cool, but this ain't my favorite Nas, you know what I mean? Fuck it.
Yeah. Test. Yeah. I might spend a week.
Yeah, see, this is better already. This is better. This shit sounds dark. This is what I wanted.
Yo,
I like what.
I might spend a week at the Magic Castle. Presidential suite made of brass and alabaster. You can cast a spell, just backfires they satire. My geysers and I just watch it from high rises. Weird luck, cause when we fail, we only fail up. I tear up every time I see a mail truck. Know that check coming 500 a piece smoothly. And yo, that shit behooves me. They need to bring back beheadings. Guillotines for guys get whacked like medieval times. They not ready. When we touch, leave everything deady. For trying to stop us, you can't. Like my man said, we have emotion. We have emotion. We have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. No motion. No motion. Me and here, we have emotion. Have emotion. Have emotion.
Yeah, I'm feeling this.
And y'all ain't having no motion. It's all over.
This is
like
hard.
show in. Best friends chill by the pool, they belly dancing, lamping, throwback sweatsuits from Grambling, Maybach trucks breaking bad like Bryan Cranston, black and white night dunks, them clean pandas. Dump the ashes in the ocean, get the sharks high. All black yacht, we made it from the hard times, and in the era, Rivieras is my backdrop. Hacienda interchangeable, mad spots rolling dice, shirts like Miami Vice. The women they wear the scent that seduce with embroidered ice. The flesh a vessel, I'm not obsessed with death. I manifest what's best. I'm ghetto tested, blessed. I'm having motion like an 18-wheeler out on a turnpike. My worst night, a motion picture, Fox searchlight, 3-wheel motion. West Coast shit, nigga overdoses, imperial pistols, ferocious, explosive. East Coast shit, motion like Flavor that I ain't no joke fit. And I ain't gotta say a word cause they know I see Angel Rich out in Turks and Caicos. Maybe they too angry, that's why they don't got motion. We have emotion, we have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. No motion, no motion.
This shit is
We
hard.
have emotion, have emotion, have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. It's all over, like when the show ends. Best friends chill by the pool, they belly dancing, lamping, throwback sweatsuits from Grambling. Maybach trucks breaking bad like Bryan Cranston, black and white night dunks, them clean pandas.
Alright, that was motion. See, this what I'm talking about. This the lane they need to go in. Like, that darker shit, that more like, this shit sounded like straight up, it sounded almost like a fun house, like a mystical fun house, you know, like it sounded like a dark version of Magic, if that makes any sense. This shit was tight. Like, his rhyme schemes was tight. I like how he was able to connect beheadings, ready, deady with my man said, and then he finished the rhyme with the chorus, because he said, you know, what we touch leave everything deady. For trying to stop us, you can't. Like my man said, we have emotion. We have emotion. So, like, you know, he finished it off with the chorus. That was tight. I did some shit like that too at times. And then I like the second half of the chorus too. The way he said it too. Like, again, it's crazy how Nas is still finding new cadences. How he's like, best friends chill by the pool, they belly dancing, lamping, throwing sweatsuits like rambling. Mac verse breaking like Bryan Cranston, black and white night done. We call them pandas. Like, the way he's going rambling, Branston, dancing. Like, you know, like, that shit's tight to his inflection and shit. You know, there's like some me chips type bars. Dump the ashes in the ocean, get the sharks high. All black, y'all, it made it hard times. And then the era Rivieras is my backdrop. Hacienda interchangeable mad spots. Like, this shit is tight. Like, it's just some like real like he said, like some Miami Vice shit. That's just what it sounds like. The way he's able to like talk about like fancy shit, like gangster shit, like the women they wear the scent that seduce with embroidery ice. The flesh of vessel. I'm not obsessed with death. I manifest with Beth. I'm ghetto bet tested blessed. Like, that shit is tight. motion like Flavor Flav and that I ain't no joke. I ain't no joke. I used to let the microphone smoke. That's Rakim. I ain't no joke. We have emotion. We have emotion. This one was tight. It's my favorite one so far. Like, you know, he's just right here celebrating. You know, it's like I said. I feel like this album and really his whole back end of his career is like a victory lap. Like, it's just, man, I'm him. Like, fuck is we talking about, you know? So this is tight. This is a good one. This one's tight. Alright, we're moving on to really the halfway point. Track 6 out of 11, Bokeem Woodbine. I don't know who's that or what that is.
Back up to the gate, your figure.
Oh, he sounds Jamaican, right? Like Bokeem Woodbine, that does sound Jamaican.
Yeah, ouch. I know some goofies that wanna scout me, ouch. Wipe out my accounts, leave me knee and mouth to mouth. But that just aroused my style. Then I party like I'm Tony in the South Beach house. Bars hitting like I'm still living couch to couch. Motivation for the trappers living ounce to ounce. This is rock star status, Neil Young with a bounce. I know that make you uncomfortable and make you say ouch. Snub nose like the Columbos and Bananos. Rum in the cup holder, hitting bumps and spill on the sandals and car panels. I drew attention with artistic vision. Make an incision like Alonzo did to Joshua and Jason's lyric. I think I caught the Holy Spirit. I put my soul in lyrics. Closed casket and we know who did it. ESCO, I'm in the pole position.
That's
Yo, she
tight,
chose us pimpin', put the pain inside the music, cause I know they listen. Remember, I sat on Coogee rap couch, Draco Eater, we could've blacked out. He pulled the track out, thinking about what to rap out. Snapping like Krishan and Blueface. Trading bars with the guards till they get the screw face. Ouch, I know that's painful, like playing hoops and sprain your ankles, or getting robbed for your Jesus. Your girl ain't stay true, that shit'll hurt you like a K-do. Being crossed by your homie, wow, he ain't the same dude. I'm bent off good wine, like Bokeem Woodbine. Home reading the script, lighting up from a good line. Not no cocaine, this that crack though. She asked for my passcode, she got what she asked for. Ouch, I know some goofies that wanna scout me, ouch. Wipe out my accounts, leave me knee and mouth to mouth. But that just aroused my style. Then I party like I'm Tony in the South Beach house. Bars hitting like I'm still living couch to couch. Motivation for the trappers living ounce to ounce. This is rock star status, Neil Young with a bounce. I know that make you uncomfortable and make you say ouch, ouch. My viewers, they only do it for views. Knife in my back and I wear the wounds, ouch. Like razor blades and lemon juice, ouch. I know it's hurting them how I move. Fuck up to the gate, your figure. Some band sound over some. Fuck up to the gate, your figure. You a sniper, she a sniper. Ouch, that's a painful situation. Ouch, you know when they say jokes but it be real. Ouch, you might take it like they hate it. Pain pills can't even help you. Don't even matter if you're sedated. And you be swearing you that boy. Then why shorty got you waiting? Ouch, 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 ouch.
The ouch sound from the back.
Yeah, ouch. Shit, feel good, it feel good. Shit feel good, bro. Feel good is that good type of pain.
Alright, that was Bokeem Woodbine. So I didn't know Bokeem Woodbine was the dark Dave Chappelle nigga, cause that fool looks like an evil dark Dave Chappelle. Ugly motherfucker. Alright, there's my thesis so far for the album. I think it's gonna be ring true for the rest of the album. I feel like it's not hitting as it should, because I feel like obviously it's the summer, because obviously we're in July. I think this is gonna be like an album that I have to like listen to with the windows down when I'm cruising down the beach right here real quick, because I live by the beach. So I think this shit's gonna hit, because like this shit kind of sounds tropical, and it kind of does have like Jamaican elements with like the pack up to the gay you figure you know, the jump on, and then like with like the instruments and shit, and like just the way that like what Nas is rapping about, cause like he mixes in, like I said, like that gangster shit with like that like rich nigga shit, and man, like the way he does that shit, like that's what I like about new age Nas, like this new mature Nas. He's already been through his gutter era of Illmatic, It Was Written, and I Am. Like those 3 albums, you know, he was already in the trenches and shit. Those 3 albums. Then he went through his kind of like I'm at the top of the rap game era with Stillmatic and Godson and shit. He went through his beef with Jay-Z and shit. Then he went kind of through his like little not rebellion phase, but like, you know, with Hip Hop Is Dead and Untitled, which it's actually called, you know, Nigger. That's what it's really called. And then now he's like, once he reached Life Is Good, his 2012 album, he reached like a new phase of rapping where it's like, now I'm like talking about investments, rich people shit, and like kind of reflecting, you know, and like now he's kind of like at the point where he could describe situations that is kind of like legendary. How he talk about drank Oli till we blacked out in Cool G couch, like he pulled the track out thinking what I'm about to rap out. Like he's talking about, I'm pretty sure how he created his song on what's the song called? I know it's on 456. Like what's the name of the song? I forgot, but he's describing how he wrote this, how he made the song with Cool G Rap, that legendary song on I think it's Fast Life. I think it's called Fast Life. It's on 456. You'll know, like if you see on the album, you're obviously gonna see featuring Nas. I like the way he rhymed his name, ESCO, I'm in pole position. Like, we know who did it, ESCO. Like, it just sounded tight. Yeah, this was cool. I feel like this album is going to be a grower on me. Like I said, I feel like this is going to hit me once I'm just cruising after the gym or whatever. I'm just chilling. I feel like this is going to hit different. Yeah, see, like, he keeps mentioning, like, shit that I feel like will hit when you're, like, then I party like I'm in Tony and South Beach house, you know? Motivation for the trappers living ounce to ounce. That was me, shit. We was living ounce to ounce, gramming a gram, you know? Hand to hand the gram, getting cut with the fam. Yeah, like, the more I'm thinking about this specific song, the more I'm like, yo, this shit was kind of tight. Track 7, Earvin, Magic Johnson. I was supposed with AIDS, no? I don't know basketball like that. I just know, like, Magic, Dr. Bird, Kobe,
on my Earvin,
Shaq,
Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising.
KD.
I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it.
LeBron
I might burn
James.
this bitch
Steph.
down, left eye Andre rising. I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied in. Shout to Ray and Ghost.
Hell
Can
yeah.
it be all so simple? One of my favorite
Can it
quotes.
be all
From
so
42nd Street
simple,
days of
man?
pimps wearing suede loafs. That McDonald's is still there where we had to trade blows. Then I stood on stages, Australia on occasion, country club, house of blues, stadium status, hands waving, hip hop 50 celebration. Funny we the same age and we just keep on getting iller. Word to heavy, word to dilla. Word to have, word to dilla, Milk D. I'm top billing, cook the soul, grab my skillet, and they rearrange my quotes. Trying to make me out the villain, have you jammed up like what you spread on toast. Here's a dose of that interesting poetry, others wishing they wrote. We don't smell y'all smoke, y'all should try a different approach. Word to have, word to dilla, overweight. Pockets for my niggas till the scales tipping, get it? On my Earvin, Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising. I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it. I might burn this bitch down, left eye Andre rising.
I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied it.
I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied it. I can't trust you built for none of this unless we tied in. Family ties, squad ties, money ties, suit and ties, shoes tied, ready to ride, choose a side. Thought I told you on the tie that we was surfing. And you know I'm down for my niggas free C murder. Fuck the chat, you know that I'm about my mathematics. When you run up mad numbers, yeah, that's when they get the maddest. Acrobatics with the alphabets, I gave out paddocks. And I gave out rollies and new ranges to the baddest. Plus I wear the scars from the streets, ducking the mark of the beast. I know some brothers doing like they say, not talking for me. My brother Will, for real, he used to thug the thugs.
That's fine.
I'm throwing George Washingtons, cause we them ones. Word to have, word to dealer, rest up. $500,000 on an island, all
This
alone,
is
I still
crazy.
ball. Me and Wilson put a 40 on the board at the forum like a Magic and Kareem on the floor. Pat Riley on the bench calling plays, I just score. Calling plays, we just score. Word to have, word to dealer, milk D. I'm top billin', cooked and sold, grandma skillet, get it? On my Earvin Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising. I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it. I might burn this bitch down, left by Andre Rising. I can't trust you, built for Cuban links unless we tied it. I can't trust you, built for Cuban links unless we tied it. I can't trust you, built for none of this unless we tied it.
Alright, that was Earvin Magic Johnson. That shit was tight. Damn, this shit is really picking up midway through, like Motion, Bokeem Woodbine, Earvin Magic Johnson. So like once we got past the like initial phase of kind of like setting the scene of being a little bit more chiller, we're getting into that sound that I wanted from this album. Like I like how the first bar, you know, he talks about like shout out to Ray and Ghost, you know, can it be oh so simple, babe, for niggas mad shit. Like, you know, Ghost and Ray, you know, them niggas, man, that's a classic and shit. It's like, I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied in, you know, only built for Cuban links, niggas, you heard? If you know, you know. Man, that shit was tight. How as soon as he's like, word to have, word to Dilla, then that shit changes the beat into like a more soulful Dilla type shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy. And like, low key, mentioning Heavy D and J Dilla is tight. The way he incorporated them, I'm pretty sure because his Nas, this was on purpose, or maybe I'm reaching, but like, he doesn't say word to Heavy D, word to J Dilla. He's saying word to Hev, word to Dilla. If you mix them together, word to Heavy D, you know, because sometimes you could call Dilla D, you know, JD. Word to Hev D. So it's kind of tight how he's like Heavy D using Dilla's name. That's tight. Well, on my Earvin Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising, man. Like, if it was me personally, I would have kept it like almost like do the flow like on what's his name, like FBG Cash did on Kitty Cat. Like, I would have been and so like I would have been like, I'm enterprise and they gentrified and that. Like, y'all gotta listen to that song Kitty Cat by FBG Cash. That's just tight. Janaya was out the wire, and then this is tight though. Alright, the energy's picking up. I'm feeling the second half again. This more like, let's go cruising. This is tight. This that summer shit. We're moving on to track 7, What This All Really Means. That kind of reminds me of Can It Be All So Simple, you know, what this all really means. So interesting that comes right after the track he mentions it.
I finally see what it all mean. Yeah. The feeling of the first time seeing your name on the flyer, it just was yesterday. Picture that on the day you retire. And they still shocked and amazed I made it up higher. Cause I came up with them hotheads that played with the fire. Product of the 80s, Prada Milan store for the lady. I'm a carnivore, constantly come with concepts to pay me. I'm responsible for their most cockiest behavior. My DNA and they G'd up ways, and they surveying. I showed them my scrotum is golden. Rap game stomach was swollen. I left these bastards on your doorsteps. Behold them, ideas come and go away, but I already thought them. So years later, they still knew when I go record them. I done hooked up with a beast, never stingy with the beast. Experimental accident records wind up killing the streets. Black and proud shirts, white Jesus pieces on Cuban links. Silver wall chick, yo, she black and white on Egyptian sheets. And I can see the jealousy. I think they really scared of me. Do what I do and let it be. And that's the way I always been since I was 17. I finally see what this all really means. Did a double album when rap double albums was starting. They bootlegged I Am, my album I put my heart in. Nipsey met me to do a doc about it before he departed. He talked to Stout about it too, cause he was part of that project. Yeah, back then we charted with the CDs and tapes. And I still come out to feel you either scrape or get scraped. You either in and out, you rolling or you just in the way. What this all really means, I had to reload the drink. 80 years old, I'm still gonna have a chain, a kilo it weight. Speedos on the beach, my belly out when I landed Capri. Wearing black on designer, math on my mind. Okay, it's a while before I get there, almost past 49. I be on the block block easy with a glass full of wine. Red chrome heart lenses to see I'm in my third prime. The Q, U, double E and S. Y'all gon' need some EMS when we drop this, and that's a bet. The feeling of the first time seeing your name on the flyer, it just was yesterday. Picture that on the day you retire. And they still shocked and amazed I made it up higher. Cause I came up with them hotheads that played with the fire. It's facts. And I can see the jealousy. I think they really scared of me. Do what I do and let it be. And that's the way I always been since I was 17. I finally see what this all really means. It's everything. From the hard times, I finally know what this all really means. The bad times, Anthony Chalet, we got a team. The better times, all mixed in between. Sunshine and rain.
That's what the beat sounds like. Sunshine and rain.
Yeah. Tough people laugh, tough times don't. Yeah. Tough people last, tough times don't. Now I see.
This sounds like it could have been the last track. Not like the perfect outro. That was what this all really meant, man. That was another good track. It took me until the end to really like appreciate the chorus part of the beat, like when the beat changes. But like, man, this shit was tight. Like the refrain kind of reminds me of First Time by Nas, which was on his last album. Like special like my classics, special like the first time you heard Nas, or some shit like that. Like the feeling of your first time seeing your name on a flyer. I've never had my name on a flyer, but I could just envision how that would feel. Like, damn, that'd be crazy. I'd probably shed tears the moment that day happens. Which it will, but the grind is real. Man. I done hooked up with a beast, never stingy with the beast. He's talking about Hitboy, like Hitboy gives him what he wants. Experimental, accidental records ended up killing the streets. So probably like his throwaways, yeah, see they mention it. His throwaways are some of the best shit. And he kind of gets into that with the second verse with the did a double album when rap double albums were starting. They bootlegged I Am, an album I put my heart in. So when he's saying that, he's talking about I Am, like the album that came out. The album that came out wasn't supposed to be I Am. It was supposed to be I Am mixed with the first Lost Tapes. The first Lost Tapes, if it had never leaked, we would be talking about it like it's one of the greatest albums of all time. Cause like, dog, if that would have been a double album with those songs that ended up being released as the Lost Tapes, fucking shit. Cause that mixtape, that album, that whatever you want to call it, is fucking insane. It has some of his best songs like the do-rags, caps, and furs, or the Blaze of 50, or the Papa was a player, was on spinning around town. Hush, don't tell your mother, it's going down. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Watch, just click it. And it's true, he was doing double rap albums kind of like before anybody was. Damn. I didn't know Nipsey Hussle was doing a documentary on it. Nigga was doing a lot of shit behind the scenes and shit. This was tight. Yeah. I'm on board with the album now, including the like more chiller sound. Like, I'm telling you, from Motion onward, tell me that shit doesn't change the sound and it goes from like almost like mystical, magical chill to like more like triumphant sounding. Cause to me that's what it sounds like. Yeah, let's keep going. Into track 9 out of 11, slow it down. I'm a little worried cause like I just said that I like it how the pace was picking up. I don't know what slow it down means, but I'm not liking that.
Yep, need money every day. Like a junkie need heroin, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I'm a junkie, and that's my fix, money. You know what I'm saying? I need it every day, every day, every day.
I know the sample.
Nas like the Nazca lines could only be seen from up high. Only the true understand me, but I see him as family. I saw this shit when I was 14, I counted on it. I was born a doing with a powerful poignant style they wanted. Never dissing for clout. Y'all know what this about, niggas trying to deflect from the fact people saw them fizzle out. The people saw them try to make hit songs that went wrong. This about the money, right? Cause all that shit done been gone. Let's throw a nickel at the wishing well rappers. Watch it sink to the bottom, and I wish them all happiness. I'm in the cut, attention eaters need the front. See in front the world watching them shine, that's all they want. And I always get my cut, imagine that making you mad. I'm just a real version, they don't make them like that. Never had to get the youth to relate for the bag. And since they smarter than us, they know Nas was once they age. Made they pay grade, the youngster phase. Same mistakes, the times have changed. Trying not to touch the cage, but touch interior. In the front is the trunk, that's the custom carrier. Let's play a game, I hand you a king of diamonds. The hand is faster than the eye, check in your pocket. I snap my fingers, I'm up and smoke like the chronic. Disappear, reappear, right in front of your optics. Let's slow it down.
This
Was I moving too fast for
is
you?
one of the best
Slow
songs
it down
on the
then.
album. Fire.
If you gotta slow it down, I won't laugh at you. Let's slow it down. Slow it down. Might be moving too fast for you. Was I moving too fast for them? Slow it down. Let's slow it down. Upon closer inspection, they really are non-threatening. I bomb first and I stretch them. Instigators causing these problems, that's why I question everything and everybody that's aiming in this direction. That's why I sound like I've been spending time in the spa. Thinking about the days I first heard I became a star. Words from my A&R, I'm noticing that they notice me. Gun in a mean mug and was slow to speak. Now a whole meetings over cold sake and Kobe beef. Hockey jersey, a hoodie underneath. Set up the trust and point the trustee. Corporations is the modern day custies. My flow is the hard substance master to Bernie Grubman. The stovetop and oven, my company going public. I see the puppets, they moving like they the judges. But Nas and all the subjects is hard for you to catch up with. Let's slow it down. Was I moving too fast for you? Let's slow it down then. If you gotta slow it down, I won't laugh at you. Let's slow it down. Slow it down. Might be moving too fast for you. Was I moving too fast for them? Slow it down. Let's slow it down. I might be moving at light speed. I landed icy in Iceland and sightsee. This long week on me pricey. I might perm up my shit like I'm icy. American pimp, I'm on timing. Only thing that I pimp is this rhyming. I made that work for me back since the 90s. That's the daily affirmations to remind me. I might be moving at light speed. To do what I'm doing's unlikely. This new urgency's perfectly hurting them. Send these suckers to emergency nightly.
Oh man, that was track 9, Slow It Down. Holy shit, like hold up. Hold on. I think I have a napkin actually. Fuck, I didn't think that song was gonna hit me like it did. Fuck. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That second verse with the beat like dun 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 dun, and like what he was rapping about in the second verse, like the second verse, like, man, the way he's talking about the journey, like, it hits me like so deep, because it's like I haven't made it, you know. I can't reminisce about the journey because I'm in the journey, you know. But the way he's talking about it is something that like I could relate with. Like if it hits even harder with the way he's rapping with the instrumental, like it's making it more emotional. How he's saying, at first I smiled because he said on closer inspection they're really non-threatening. I bomb first, then I stretch them. He's talking about Pac bomb first. That's when he dissed Nas. This little nigga Nas think he lie like me. But you know, instigators causing problems. That's why I question everything and everybody that's aiming in this direction. My, the part that made me like tear up is when he says, "That's why I sound like I've been spending time in the spa," and you know, it does sound like he's been spending time in the spa. That's what I get. That's the best way I could describe his latter career. How like earlier in the review, how I was like, oh, you know, he sounds like a victory lap. He sounds like he's been at the spa. You know what I mean? Lamping, relaxing, and well deserved. So he's saying, that's why I sound like I've been spending time in the spa, thinking about the days when I first heard I became a star. Words from my A&R, I'm noticing that they noticed me. Gun and a meek mung and was slow to speak. Now I hold meanings over cold sake and Kobe beef. Hockey jersey, a hoodie underneath. Set up the trust, support the trustee. Like that part, that little stanza from spa to Kobe beef, like fuck, like that's how it feels. Like when I started this YouTube channel, it's like damn, like I only have, as of this video, I only have 37 subscribers, but I feel it already. Like, you know, I'm noticing that they notice me. Got a gun and a meek mug and was slow to speak. That's how I used to be. Like, you know, like I got a gun, mean mug, and some crystal. You know, I ain't trying to talk to you. Who the fuck is you? You know. But now I hold meanings over Kosake and Kobe beef, and I kind of did do something like that. I'm not gonna get into it, but like, I kind of had a similar situation where it's kind of like that. So it's like, damn, like, and just the way he words it, thinking about the days when I first heard I became a star. He ain't even knew he was a star. He had to hear about becoming a star. Like, what the fuck, like, man, just I don't know, man. It just I don't know. I don't know if it's the heat or just the move, but like that shit hit me in my soul. I don't know why. Like, the song was cool up until then, and then like I don't know, like I don't know, man. That shit. And then I feel like he knows too. It's like how he said, for the niggas living ounce to ounce, like, look what he says. He knows he's rapping for me. Like how when he said in that one verse, niggas in the pen, Nas rapping for me, you know, in that one song. And right here, how he says it explicitly, he's rapping for me. Let's throw a nickel at the wishing well rappers. Watch it sink to the bottom and wish them all happiness. Like, even that bar, like, I didn't pay too close attention to the first verse. Now it's making more sense with the second verse. Fuck. Fuck, man, like, it's so powerful because he's been in that position, you know. Fuck, I'm sorry, like, cause I didn't really pay attention to the first verse, so now it's like, it's true. He, like how he's saying, like, never diss for clout. You know what this about? They trying to deflect from the fact that they sort of fizzle out. I saw them trying to make hit songs that went wrong. It's about the money, right? Cause shit, we done been wrong. Throw a nickel at the wishing well rappers. Watch it sink to the bottom and wish them all happiness. I'm in the cut. Attention needers need a front, scene front. Like, bro, like, for so long I wanted attention and shit. Like, that's why I used to be the class clown and get suspended and shit. Like, cause I was like lacking attention and shit. And that's kind of like, that's probably like a reason why, like, starting this YouTube channel and like making music, like, you know, it's like that's probably like a big reason why it like motivates me, you know, like the attention and the approval from comments and shit, and like people telling me like that I'm, you know, just people praising me, you know, the world watching them shine. That's all they want. Like, what the fuck, like, and I always get my cut. Imagine they make that making you mad. like, fuck, and you know, he's saying like, imagine wanting attention and wanting to shine, but then like people talking shit about you. But he's a real version. They don't make him like that. Never had to get the youth to relate for the bag. You know, he's saying like I don't have to like sell out to get money because they're smarter than us, and I was once their age, made their pay grade, was at a younger phase, same mistakes, trying not to touch the cage. Damn, it's like the song for the artist and shit. What the fuck? This was an amazing song. I'm gonna have to listen to it more. Alright, let's finish off the album with the last two tracks. Pistols on your album cover. This should be interesting.
Eyes blurry saying goodbye at the cemetery. I murder niggas on wax and forget where they buried. This the hardest shit since Rakim and Eric V. A pistols on your album cover just like BDP. Single mothers on that EBT just trying to feed they seed. Scammers and boosters living nice off of EDD. CCTV, all the cameras will shoot you. Soon as you let a shot off it and damage your future. It's some thugs in the hood that could have been hoopers. Some good girls who turned bad who could have been super models. Some Dominicanos in Cabo. Some with the bloodline, the Lagos, Legos. So many stones in my hand just like Thanos. Eat Italiano, grazie, prego. Vibe to my music out in Prague. FaceTime me and highs. It feel good to feel alive. Think I just had a breakthrough. I know the light is bright, but keep on watching me.
My nigga KR, son. The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Eyes blurry saying goodbye at the cemetery. I murder niggas on wax and forget where they buried. This the hardest shit since Rakim and Eric V. A pistols on your album cover just like BDP. Man, it's the hardest shit since DPG, Corrupt and Daz. Nate Dogg on the hook, Dr. Dre on the track. This melody taking me back, but we pushing it forward. 187 on rappers, and yes, I'm a poet. At times I get confused, they lie in their interviews. Get goose pimples whenever I'm putting on my jewels. Bail so many brothers out, paid all their lawyer fees. After that, some turn they back, where is the loyalty? Money's lovely, but I could care less, who has more than me? I'm just happy Matula Shakur got free, may he rest in peace. He was a warrior all of his days, and time moves faster the more you get up there in age. And other news, I'm a G to the grave. I know they wanna see me burnt out, depleted and drained, high blood pressure. Instead, I'm on a red page, my pupils are dilated, I throw on some dark shades. Eyes blurry saying goodbye at the cemetery. I murder niggas on wax and forget where they buried. This the hardest shit since Rakim and Eric V. A pistols on your album cover just like BDP. I'm MC Shan with a Uzi. Pistols on your album cover just like BDP. To the hardest artists out there. Pistols on your album cover. Boogie Down Productions. I remember I put Tupac on to that Henny. Howard University. Howard Homecoming DC. He's like, what's this? He drank that shit though. Word. Crazy. Super hard. Fat.
No way, is that real? Did he?
I know the light is bright. Yeah. Pistols on my album cover, nigga. But I know the light is bright, but keep on watching me. Let's go. Yeah. I know the light. Peace to Matulu. I'ma get at these dudes though. History revisionists, they put themselves where they didn't dwell. I was there, so them almost shit themselves. Walked in the club where the pistol fell. I gripped my belt, shit was real. Back then when I used to ship a meal out the gate. Different world, digital scales to record shells. A symposium with my bros in them. That mean we kick it with official bros. My journey was great but difficult. What is life if it isn't both?
Bro, what the fuck? He turned it up out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? This fool, bro. I was ready to almost be kind of depressed that I'm like, damn, this gonna be a kind of a miss for Nas. But starting on Motion and then on, and especially with Slow It Down and Pistols on your album cover, like, Holy shit, bro! Nas was on one. This song was amazing, beautiful, perfect. The beat was nice, subdued. It gave Nas breathing room, and the way he's rapping and like singles on Mother EBT trying to feed the seas. That was my mom's. Scammers and boosters living nice off that EDD. CCTV, the camera shoot ya. Like, and then I like how he's mentioning gods. He used KRS-One for the bridge. He's mentioning Rakim and Eric B, BDP, Dog Pound Gangster, DPG. We a Dog Pound Gangster, DPG. Corrupt, Daz, Nate Dogg, Dr. J, 187 on rappers, 187 on a cop. Like, you know, Machulu Shakur got free. Like, my pupils dilated. I throw on some dark shades. I was tight. Like, bailed so many brothers out, paid the lawyer fees, then they turned it back. Where's the loyalty? Money's lovely, but I could care less. Who has more than me? Like, bro, this was different. Mentioning MC Shan. I'm MC Shan with an Uzi. Boogie Down. He put Pac onto Henny. They want to know who's my role model. It's in that brown bottle of that Hennessy. Like, what the fuck? I didn't even know he put Han on that head, the Pac onto that Henny. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Yo, this nigga Nas just comes up with the most craziest shit. Like, this nigga was in fucking Biggie's fucking... This was in fucking Biggie's, fucking, like, Biggie's SUV before Ready to Die dropped. This nigga squashed the beef with Pac and scared that fool at New York. Well, he didn't scare him, but he had him at gunpoint, supposedly. He put Pac on the Henny. This nigga beefed it with Jay-Z, Biggie, who, like, Biggie fucking dissed him in Kicking the Door. Ghost and Ray we're talking about him on Shark Biters. I think that's what's, like, bro, this nigga Nas, bro, like, you could point everything back to him. It all leads to him. This nigga's crazy. And this is crazy how he's referencing everything that I'm talking about. He's almost like debunking the debunkers. History revisionists. They put themselves where they didn't dwell. I was there. Saw them almost shit themselves. Walk in a club one day, the pistol fell. I gripped my belt. Shit was real. Back then when I used to ship a mill. Out the gate. Different world. Digital scales to records. Like, what the fuck? Bruh. Look how short that third verse is, but that shit is like, you could dissect it for hours. And then motherfucker has to end it in a way that makes me teary-eye again. My journey was great but difficult. What is life if it isn't both? Like, the way he's eternally rhyming, complicated as hell. Official bros, like, oh my god. And man, he's one of them fools where it's like, I forgot how's the lyric go, but where it's like your whole album in 4 lines, you know, like this motherfucker, he could do what you do in your whole career. He does it in 1 verse, like, and he's almost like 50, I think. Like, how is this guy doing this? How is he too good? Motherfucker, he's amazing. Fucking shit. Let's head out to the last track. Hopefully it keeps the same energy of Slow It Down and Pistols on your album cover. Holy shit. Oh my god. And it's called One Mic, One Gun. So, One Mic. Holy shit. It's a sequel to One Mic. Alright, we're going to react to the last track. Track 11, One Mic, One Gun. It's a sequel to his classic album off Stillmatic. To his classic song off Illmatic. Which is a classic album too. Off Stillmatic, pardon. One Mic. All I need is one mic, one stage, one stage, one fest. And it has 21 Savage on it. Damn, that last song could have been the last song though, so this better be. I predict this. Either this will be a great closer or the last song was the outro. And this is almost like one of those like last songs, kind of like bonus tracks. I hope that makes sense.
Ain't no back and forth, ain't no left or right. I got King's disease, but I move like a knight. Rappers bandwagon trying to get some light. I do it for the fam, never for the hype. When you turn a legend, no such thing as relevance. They must have forgot that I'm a new rapper that got integrity. All in the media and blogs, that's just a place I don't care to be. Most of these niggas wouldn't say shit if they was ahead of me.
No back and forth, I did it back then, I do it right now. I open a lane for my era, I'm goated, they gave me the crown.
I don't like the mixing. The transients are too loud for the vocals.
They saying that black music dying, I'm saying they right on the south. But look at me now, damn y'all, look at me now. Whatever I do isn't why, I'm keeping it Queens cause that's my side. I shook up the town, I shook up the city, I shook up the state. I went 21 on my second run, that shit come with age. It's a conversation, it's determination, your interpretation. I just shocked the nation. Did my tour with the Woo, I came back and I set the pace. They just ran in one of my cribs and took what I replaced it. Two Caucasians, so part of their faces. Most of y'all assume that they was black as exploitation. They know that I see everything invested in ring. It's cool to be mainstream, I'd rather be timeless, that's if we keep it in P. 21.
I'm on that same trajectory. Bullet wounds in jail cells couldn't stop me, this my destiny. Never controversial, I'm mad the fans expected less from me. Niggas sneeze around me, wipe his nose, won't get no bless from me. Fuck the jury, I'd rather buy land and invest successfully. I got all type of stocks and bonds, Kahinde Wiley on my wall and I'ma pass it to my son. It's savage like the capo, that mean Escobar the Don. One mic, one gun. My net worth like 8 figures. I'm working on
as
you know that I'm one
Nas
of
is
the
the one mic and the one gun is
line.
savage.
Rappers be chasing the hype. I do it and I don't be trying. I ain't going against no legend, nigga. I'm trying to be next in line. They acting like I just popped. I was platinum before I signed. I went platinum without no features. I put platinum on your mind. This Glock I got two-tone, and this bitch don't bust no rhyme. They wanna see me flip so they could deport me like I'm Shine.
No back and forth, I did it back then, I do it right now. They telling me that I'm the GOAT, I've been here for a while. Go, love me today, hate me tomorrow, no switching my style. 21 yak, y'all get together, be big for the South. Glow, but look at me now, damn y'all, look at me now.
Look at me now.
Whatever
That's one of my songs.
New York, you hear that shit all in my vowels. I shook up the town, I shook up the city, I shook up the state. I'm one of them ones on my second run, I'm on a new wave. Two kings, we sending love to the whole culture. 21 Esco, mass appeal, slaughter gang.
21.
This shit too easy. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was one mic, one gun. You know what? It didn't have the energy of Slow It Down and Pistols on your album cover, but it was the perfect outro for this album. Like, it had that victory lap feel and like that generational shit, right? Because in Slow It Down, he's almost talking about, you know, he knows the younger rappers, he's been through their, you know, their trials and tribulations. And Pistols on your album cover, he's going back to the like originators, you know, almost like, you know, Eric B, BDP, you know, KRS-One and shit. And now he's going to the future where it's like 21 Savage and the new era of rappers and hopefully me. But, you know, so it's like, you know, Nas, because he has a song One Mic. If we would say this was a group name, their group would be called One Mic, One Gun, with one half of the group being Nas, who would represent the one mic, and the one gun would be 21 Savage, because, like, you know, he'd be on that killer shit, you know? And 21, he was coming in with bars. I got King's disease, but move like a knight. When you turn to a legend, there's no such thing as relevance, which is true. Like, when you become legendary, whatever you do, like, let's say you have 50 duds in a row, but you still did a legendary album, it doesn't matter. You'll always be etched in history as, like, the god, you know? They must have forgot that I'm a new rapper that got integrity. Most of them say if they was ahead of me. You know what? He's saying that we're calling him the GOAT, and you know what? I'm going to just say it right now. I'm going to say that, like, how do I word this? I'm going to have to really, really sit down for hours and evaluate my list. But, like, on a, not, I don't know how to say it, but, like, objectively, I would say Nas is the GOAT. Bro, because the length of his career, the quality of his career, the body of work, like, who else could be the greatest? Like, even people who I believe are better than Nas, they can't compete. Like, please don't take offense, but like Lupe Fiasco, for example, I feel like Lupe Fiasco lyrically, man, musically, like you're not touching him. Listen to, you know, Tetsuo and Youth, Drogas Wave, like bro, this shit, you're not touching, and fucking drill music and Zion, you're not touching Lupe. But at the same time, he doesn't have a vast body of work and a long career like Nas has, you know, like, and Nas, when people, I'm not saying me, but when people were saying he was on the brink of irrelevancy, he came back with a 5-album run of what people consider his best work. So it's like, who else could do that? It's like, I don't know, it's like if you say, you know, like, don't call it a comeback, you know, this nigga's always been here. Man. This was, I like this little bar. 21 said, I went platinum with no features. I put platinum on your mind. Obviously. And then this, I don't know if it's a reach, but in my head when he said, they got me fucked up. They want to deport me like I'm Shine. Obviously, you know, deport me like I'm Shine. He got deported. Say, whoa. Nah, but see, swing. No, but they want to see me fucked up so they could deport me like Shine. Maybe it's also kind of like a play on words, like, oh, niggas is stealing my shine. They don't want to see me shine. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what it is. Damn, though. Damn, like, let's see, it's 11 tracks. I wasn't really feeling the second and third track. I mean, the second and fourth track, and the intro doesn't count. I'm gonna say 10 tracks because the intro doesn't like count. I did like the intro. All right, if I'm saying skits, it was a 10 out of 10 because, like, I don't know, I just like when they put pimps and shit. That nigga was like, I'm hip hop, I am him. So, and it's kind of cool if you apply it to the thesis of the album, where it's like Nas is doing a victory lap, or like what he said, like he sounds like he's at the spa, then he's kind of like, you know, pissing on niggas and shit. He's kind of like, you know what, like, I am him, you know, on the intro. Like, he's using that sample to be like, I am hip hop, which is true. Like, if I close my eyes and envision hip hop as a human, it'd be Nas. And through all eras, Nas, when hip hop for quote unquote old men, I'm thinking of Nas and Jay-Z. When I'm thinking of hip hop in the golden age in the 90s, like, for like that New York, like, lyrical miracle shit, I'm thinking Nas. When I'm thinking that, like, velour era, I'm thinking Stillmatic. So, like, he really is hip hop, you know, like, he really is hip hop. So I would say the intro's a 10 out of 10 then. With that being said, let's just head into the outro then, because this kind of was the outro already, like what I'm talking about. Let's just get into it. All right, so kind of just continuing on the conversation where I left off. We got 11 tracks, right? Let's get into the 4 C's. Consistency. This is where I think Nas is going to lose the most points in this album. Was he consistent? We have 11 tracks. 10 songs, 11 tracks. I don't think it was consistent. Because I kept saying that I didn't really connect with the album until track 5. So that means we have 3 songs, and of those 3, Office Hours was the only one that I like put on the same level of the last half of the album. So, but they weren't bad. So in terms of consistency, I'm gonna have to say 8 out of 10, because let's see, 10 tracks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 10. So yeah, 80. Yeah, so 80%. Yeah, so 8 out of 10 in terms of consistency. It, for people that like Abracadabra and Black Magic, because they weren't bad, you could even kind of like say it was a 9 out of 10 in consistency. Definitely not a 10 out of 10. I don't think it was a 10 out of 10 in consistency, but I could see a 9 out of 10. Creativity, creative. Was it creative? Yeah. I would say it was creative. Like, yeah, obviously he's rapping about stuff that he's always rapped about, especially like in his new like era of like his career. But the bars were creative is what I mean. Like, for hip hop, it's different to be creative because like your subject matter doesn't really change often, like, you know. But like the way he's coming creativity with his different flows and his rhyme schemes and his energy and the features and like the topics and like what he's rapping about, like I would say it was a 10 out of 10 in creativity, or a 9 out of 10. If I'm being more objective, I would say it was a 9 out of 10 because almost all the songs were about the same thing. Either, oh, oh, I'm so great, I'm the god of rap, or oh, I know how it is to be, broke. So if you want to like be pedantic, you could say 9 out of 10 in terms of creativity. But you also have to factor in, like I said, his rhyming schemes, his delivery, his cadence. So I would say due to all those reasons, I would give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of creativity. The third C, conciseness. Was it concise? Yes, it was. It's 10 tracks, baby. 11 tracks, 10 songs. Like, that's as concise as you get, baby. I think his Illmatic is 10 tracks with one intro, so 9 songs. So we're heading back to that, if you know what I'm talking about. Last C, cohesiveness. Was it cohesive? Did the tracks meld together? Were the topics and themes cohesive? Like, did they gel together? Yes, I give this album a 10 out of 10 in terms of cohesiveness, especially because, and I know I ruined it, I could tell because it was leading into each other. I could tell that most of the tracks were perfectly sequencing into the next track. And y'all know, if y'all seen my Iron Maiden reviews, y'all know I love that shit. So that's high. For me, that scores, I think probably out of anything else, that scores high on cohesiveness for me. So because the album was sequenced in a way that each track gels to the next, that's a lot of cohesiveness. The topics and themes were very cohesive. There was no like hypocrisy moments where it's like, oh, I'm rich and I left that lifestyle and fuck broke people. No, he kept saying like, yo, I've been rich longer than I've been broke, but I still know the struggle. I could still relate to y'all, so I would say his message, his bars, everything was very cohesive. So on the whole, was that like 38 out of 40? I don't know what that is in terms of percentage. It's an A to me. This album is definitely an A, and it's really, really, really good once you get to Motion, and it becomes godlike in the last 3 tracks. When you get Slow It Down, Pistols on Your album cover, One Mic, One Gun, that shit is wow. And also, just going back to the C's, it was cohesive in the sound, because you had the like more triumphant, kind of beachy, cruising sounding beats, and then you had the more introspective beats like Pistols on Your album cover, Slow It Down, Black Magic, and then the more triumphant ones were like Earvin, Magic Johnson, What This All Really Means, One Mic, One Gun. So on the whole, yeah, man, this Nas. What do you want me to fucking say about Nas? Nas, if you're listening to this, bro, you probably clicked off because you didn't like. I was kind of talking shit in the first 4 songs. I apologize, my boy, but that's just how I felt. But like, if you watch the reaction, Nas, you know you made me tear up, dog, and you're one of my favorite rappers ever, and you always will be. Like, your body of work is ever growing and ever impressive. Like, the way, I hope that I'm only as half as good as you are at your age, like when I reach your age, because you're special. You truly are a genius in all sense of the words. Like, you might not make the beats or anything, kind of like Kanye. He produces and writes, but your rapping and your tenacity and everything, you're just on a different level. You're showing people how to gracefully age in hip hop, and man, truly an inspiration. Truly. And you are. Like you said in the songs, the niggas in the pen, they say Nas right for me, or like you know your position. But yeah, people, like I said, this album is fucking fire. It didn't click with me until track 5. With that being said, though, I think with subsequent listens, because of the bias of the later half of the songs, I might end up bumping the grades of Abracadabra, Black Magic, and Office Hours, just because the rest of the album was so good. Like, we're truly witnessing something that's never happened in hip hop. We're truly witnessing like old man rap being done at its finest. Like, this man you wouldn't be able to tell this man is nearing 50, I believe. Like, this guy is God, is crazy. Alright then, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the reactions. I know that if you're subscribed because of the heavy metal reactions, you're probably like, what the fuck is this shit? But if you did give it a chance and you stuck around, I genuinely appreciate it. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, share. I love all that. Please comment what you thought of the album, or what you think of Nas, or what do you even think of hip-hop in general. Yeah, with that being said, stay safe everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.